everybody. Welcome back to day 2, Breakfast with Bob from the Challenge Championship. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas, HOKA Fly Human Fly, deboer wetsuits, the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa, and of course our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Mr. Jesper Svensson, 18 Ironman distance races, 3 huge wins at Almere, Brazil, and Barcelona. How you doing, Jesper?
Very good. Thank you for having me, Bob.
It's always a treat to get to chat with you. It's been a while. So, we'll see each other at Challenge Roth too, right?
Yeah. That will be my A goal for this year.
Is that the A goal?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, big competition there, and a big competition this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, and you were 8th here last year, right? And this course obviously suits you pretty well. What do you like about it?
Flat and fast.
And chilly water.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like to be chilly on Sunday also, so
yes.
I think that will suit me
That
pretty
does
well.
suit you, right?
Yeah.
You'd rather not have it be hot.
No.
You like cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
What got you into triathlon? Were you like a swimmer growing up or
Yeah,
runner?
I was a swimmer.
Yes.
And then I just met some guys doing triathlon. And like 2012 in Sweden, the Lisa Nordén boom was rising after the second place in London there.
Yes.
Starting to try some short distance race, and then I just got over to half distance, and then it suited me.
Fell in love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fun to see. So 2017, you won the swim run world championship. Is it Otillo?
Yeah.
You win that.
Yeah.
Then 2018, that was a breakthrough year where you win Ironman Brazil and Barcelona, and you pretty much led start to finish.
Yeah.
In both those races. So you're going, this sport's pretty easy.
Yeah, exactly. And then
you're thinking,
yeah.
I should have done this a while ago. This is great. I'm going to win 400 of these.
Yeah, exactly. But then, then they know like the tactic of me. So then you are not on the spotlight. So then you need to figure out how
you need to change over time.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you go off the front, so now more people would go with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd come out of the water and there'd be a crowd rather than being by yourself. They're not going to let you go anymore because you can ride the bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
How have you had to adapt to that?
Like it's always to have a better run. That's always the
that's
peak
the equalizer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you can run and obviously great swimmer and great cyclist, then you can do it all.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2025, you got 13th at that challenge race, Baniyas, and then you won Challenge Elmir in 2024. Then when I look at those splits, 44, 407, 244, that's an impressive day.
Yeah, it was a nice day and a little bit chilly also, so that suited me very well. And I was just having like a solid day where I could do my own race.
Right.
And know the paces, what I need to do. And then it was just like, that day was a good day. So I was really happy about that performance. And it was like 6 years from my last full distance win. So that was like...
That's right.
Yes.
When you got 2 right away, you're getting
exactly.
And 6 years in between. Were there points during that time where you started to doubt yourself and think, gosh, what am I doing wrong here?
I think like it's just I knew that like in the training I was always like doing good trainings, and it's always like second place in Roth 2019 was a huge performance of me also, and then like I had a couple of good races each year.
You did,
but it's not like the first place, but
you
are happy for a podium anyway. So
well, and then when even last year or 2023, 2023 Hamburg, a 46-minute swim, 4-hour bike ride, a 2:42 marathon, 7:36, and you get 5th. I mean, those splits 2 years earlier, you win everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You're winning Kona with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So the field just keeps getting faster and faster.
Exactly. So you need to adapt to that also, like to have the power output on the bike, so you cannot go like this fat burning stuff anymore. So you just need to hammer yourself.
Right. It's changed the way you race, and it changed the way you train. You just have to go.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no hold back a little on a bike and then try to run away from people. Not going to happen.
Exactly. So then it's like even better when it's a little bit chilly. Then don't need to cool yourself, then you're just cooling yourself with the air and flow and everything. So then you can put out the numbers you are doing in training. Like I'm from Sweden, so it's always like
it's always cold.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just easy to put the power out and just go for it. Because like when you're starting with triathlon on the bike, you have this feeling like it's burning in the legs. Like but you're coming to that stage when you're so strong on the bike, you don't feel it anymore. then you're just
numb.
You're just exploding when it's like too much. So
now, so how many times have you been to Kona?
2 times.
Okay, and you were 21st in what year was this?
2022.
22, right? In 2022, you were And then what was the next one you were there?
I was 19, and that was like, it was a
you were 30,
race.
Yeah, that was not a good race. We won't even look at that one. Yeah. But I mean, 47 minutes swim, 4:27 bike, and then obviously not the run you wanted.
Yeah.
Did the heat get you there?
Exactly. It's always you just need to go the defensive approach and
Isn't it funny when you change your perspective from I'm going to win the race to can I get to that next pole?
Yeah, exactly. It's like always, go to the next aid station, cool down, and then, was the same in Šamorín, super hot race this 3-4 weeks ago.
Yes.
And I was stopping in aid station on the bike just to cool
on
myself.
The bike?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's just...
That was 13th, and that was challenge Šamorín.
Yeah.
But we're talking brutal hot.
Yeah, it was like almost 40 degrees.
Oh my
And we were
God.
starting 10:30. So
they started at 10:30. What are they thinking? Now, what is it? A challenge Elmir is obviously a really historic event that's been around for a while. What is it about that course when you win there last year that you like? Again, flat and fast?
Yeah, flat and fast, and then just...
That's the formula.
Yeah, exactly. It's just easy to just go straight, and just... I'm doing most of my training on the indoor trainer.
Are you?
So it's...
just safer.
Yeah, exactly. And like in Stockholm, I'm living south of Stockholm, so it's hard to get out on the good roads there. So it's just easy to... just jump on the trainer, do the session, and you get it very efficient, and you're getting strong on the bike.
And you were second at Challenge Roth in 19, and have you done Roth?
No, that was my last time I did it. I was supposed to do 2020, but then it was COVID. Yeah.
So you're coming back for the first time in a while.
Yeah, exactly. So
and that is a perfect course for you too.
Yeah.
Unless it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
So, which it certainly can be. So you've been basically doing the sport at this level for like 10 years.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Right? Then you started in 16.
Yeah.
And you had success right away with, 6th at Finland, and you had a 5th, a 9th, a 4th. I mean, right away when you got into the sport from the pro side, you're having success.
Yeah, I think I've been a swimmer background, and you're used to train so hard.
Yes.
And then probably you're training too hard sometimes, and then it's just easy to switch to triathlon because there you are divided into 3 sports.
Right.
And then you can just have good performance straight away if you have this build up over so many years with high value of good training load.
You just take the pain and spread it over 3 events.
Yeah, exactly.
Than one event. I like that a lot. What has been your favorite race?
I think Roth has been one of them,
really,
and Kona is always special.
Yes.
To go to that island, like the Paradise Island, and just feel the vibes.
Do you try to focus on events because you've had success? You win Ironman Brazil. You've had success in Barcelona. You've had success in heat.
Yeah. So it's just have my race, and there I was by myself and could pace myself. And
in Brazil.
Yeah, both in
Brazil.
Both,
in Barcelona.
Yeah. So I just think if I go too hard, sometimes in the heat, I'm just
But what's so interesting to me is look at how your bike ride in Barcelona was 4:22 and Brazil is 4:23 and 2:53 and 2:55. I mean, you're so consistent. You sort of know where you're going to be.
Yeah. So if you have the swim and the bike, and then you just need to be consistent on the run. So that's have been my formula. So
yes. So, and then the only thing that's changed is you're running faster.
Yeah. So that's
how much a difference have the plated shoes made?
I think it made a huge difference, like with the training load you can do. So, and of course, like in the beginning of the carbon shoes era, you probably used it too much. So then you have like the hip problem and stuff like that.
Right.
So then you need to adjust to that also. So yeah, you will find a balance. So I've been pretty injury free last couple of years, but of course it's been some setbacks, but it's always...
Do you use the carbon shoes all the time or mainly on race day?
I use it on tempo runs.
Yes. Fast.
Yeah.
What Patrick Lange was saying is the recovery from racing with the plated shoes. He found that you recovers quicker.
Yeah, of course.
You see the same thing.
Yeah.
That is, it's funny because back in the day, you could get a faster wetsuit, you could get lighter wheels, but the run was the run.
Yeah,
there was no advantage anywhere until the
exactly.
plated shoes, and it's made a big difference.
Yeah. So that's why I can do like 18 Ironmans in since 2000.
It's been 10 years basically.
2018 was my first one. So
that 18 iron distance races, Almere, Brazil, and Barcelona. Traveling the world and just being a pro athlete, I can tell you love it.
It's an experience of the lifetime. So I'm very happy that I could do it. So
and you keep improving.
That's the I've seen the last couple of weeks I've been on Mallorca. And the Sacalobra, they call the race. Like the 10K
climb.
And it's like I've been there since 16. And you always try.
You know what your times are. You know every inch of that.
And this year I was beating my time 2 times, so it's good.
Isn't that wild when you're 10 years in and you're going faster than you were 10 years ago?
Then like you are in the right spot in the training and just know what to do and when to do it also.
When you have the swim background that you have, do you have to still maintain that? You still have to swim a lot? Or is that something where you just have to maintain your feel for the water?
I think like I'm swimming less than some of the guys are doing. But of course, the more I'm swimming, the better time I will have. So I have a couple of seconds slower on 400s since like a couple of years ago. But I think like my shoulder has been a little bit tinier also. So
do you find that people, because you have that reputation as a great swimmer, that people will always find your feet and sit on you, and even if you're not having a great swim, you're still up there because people feel like I shouldn't be going by Jesper because he's the better swimmer?
Sometimes it is like that, and sometimes I'm just getting like a little bit worse swim, and then I'm on their feet. So
I remember when Andy Potts was the best swimmer in the sport years ago, he'd be like, he used to go off the front and win the swim all the time. Then it was like, you see him backstroking.
Exactly.
You see him in the group. He's in the lead pack and he's backstroking. And he's like, I'm going to use as little energy as humanly possible.
Exactly.
Right? Because that's the advantage you have.
Exactly.
You don't use much energy in a swim because that's your background.
And it's always like a technique based exercise. So the better you are on the technique, the better you will gain time there. So
when you win a couple of races in the same year, did that change a lot for you in terms of sponsorship, in terms of support?
Yeah, of course. Like before, I was like the biggest sponsor was my parents. So, and I think like for all,
I don't think you're alone.
No, for all the young athletes, they need to have some support from the parents.
Right.
So like somebody to to go together on races and stuff like that.
So from 18 to 19. You got real sponsors.
Yeah. So like, before like the B sponsor, you are paying half price or something like that. And after that time, you're getting something.
You're getting stuff.
Yeah.
That is very cool. Yeah. That was 2018. That was a great year.
Yeah.
And then you raced 70.3 Sweden.
Yeah. This is, I think they will have the European Championship there this year. Yeah, but it's the same weekend as Roth. So.
Oh yeah, you can't be everywhere. And Roth means a lot. What else besides Roth is the number one, is the A-list for this year? What else do you want to do? Is Nice?
No, I will skip Nice because
you're a big guy.
Yeah. So like I probably will hang around on like the first climb, but then I will not have the power anymore.
Oh, so did you qualify? You mean if you were racing?
Yeah, if I would race it,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like it's so much climbing, like 2,400 elevation
Yes.
meters. So yeah, it's
I
too much.
remember last year or 2 years ago when Magnus was coming over, and he told us that he felt that the steep climbs were not going to be that big an issue for him, and they were.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's too much continuous climbing
Yeah.
when you're that big.
Yeah,
and
and
there's
he's super strong. Like his
So
threshold
strong.
is like
Yeah.
probably like 40 watts more than everybody else here in the profile. But yeah. He's
When you see these, it used to be people didn't get into the longer distance until they were a little older. How old were you when you started?
I was 28. So my first Ironman was in Brazil.
Yes.
And before that I was just doing half distance. So I think
So-
much of the younger guys are starting
They're coming
very
when you're like 22,
early.
23.
Yeah, and probably some guys are like they are too eager to get into the long distance, and
Right.
then like they are pushing the body so fast, and then like we are seeing more stress fracture.
Yes,
in the,
more foot injuries. Yeah, we are.
like we really need to take care there, and if you want to continue like numerous
Yes.
of years, you need to like be consistent and don't push yourself.
Don't push too
hard.
much. So was Brazil that you won? Was that your first ever Ironman?
Yeah, that was my first. So I was shocked.
And then you go how far was Barcelona? Just a few months later?
Yeah, that was May and October.
So May and October, you're like, okay, well, I got 2 in 18. So next year in 19, I'll get like 3.
Yeah. But then you are like going to Roth, it's much higher.
Yeah, so the level of the field makes
and
a
then
big
like
difference.
go to Kona because I qualified in Barcelona.
Right, and you go to Kona and you're like, whoa, who are these guys?
yeah.
But still, you went to Florida that year in the first when you did Hawaii, and you got 8th in Florida. Did not have the run you want, but again, you're 49 swim, 409 bike. You're so consistent. When I look at those swim and bike times, you were there every single time.
Yeah,
it was just a matter of, will I have the run today or will I not have the run today?
Exactly. So keep showing up.
That's the thing. Keep showing up, right?
Exactly,
That's what it's all about. Well, you've shown up here, and the weather is going to be cool, which is wonderful. The water will be cold. Some of those skinny little guys, they'll be shivering early on while you're off the front.
Yeah. Let's see how much they are eating at the buffet tonight.
I love it. Jesper, thank you for taking time.
So much.
It's always a treat to get to talk to you. And we'll chat again after you win this race, and you can't big time me. You got to talk to us in Roth.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That will be perfect. Yeah.
Jesper Svensson has been our guest, everybody. Again, Breakfast with Bob Challenge Championship. Hold on. We will be right back.